Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a trying a full face of new makeup type video. I feel like it's been forever since I did one, but I've got quite a few things that have kind of piled up. I've actually ordered most of this myself, so I did grab the new Kosas foundation. I've got the new LYS concealer, which I was excited to try. Those were both available at Sephora. Collidos did send me their new gifted highlighter. I've got Elisa Eldridge lipstick I haven't tried yet. We've got a very fancy mascara from Surat that I got in my Beautylish Lucky bag. My good friend Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun sent me over the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder in my shade. Then I also have the City Grace Coffee Talk eyeshadow palette, which I'm so excited about. I feel like this was sold out forever. I finally got my hands on it. It's just such a pretty neutral palette. I did grab the light version, but here is what it looks like. So I'm excited to play with that today. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on in. So I'm kind of just wanting to start off with my skin first today. I think I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter just to add a little bit of a glow to my skin. I am breaking out a little bit, so it's a good day to test the coverage of some new products. So the Kosas foundation says it is the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation with SPF 25, a medium coverage, natural, dreamy finish. It says it's supposed to be clean, skin improving, medium coverage, powerhouse treatment plus SPF. Your dream skin revealed, alive, brighter, hydrated, visibly plumped, soothed, protected. And then all the skincare that's in there, there's hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, peptides, squalane, provitamin B5, arnica, caffeine, and artemisia flower. I've never heard of that. It does seem to have a lot of claims, so let's see. I grabbed the shade Very Light Neutral 100, which is described as a very light with neutral undertones, and I believe that was the lightest shade. So here's what it looks like. I know I saw some comments about the shade range, and I feel like their other shade ranges have been so good that when I saw the picture, I just immediately assumed that the glass bottle was making a lot of the shades look lighter. I hope that's what it is, because if not, the shade range is not the best. Right, just gonna go ahead and do one pump just to start off with. Oh man, I feel like that shade looks pretty good. It actually looks so similar to the shade of the Rose Ink concealer. All right, I'm just gonna blend that in with the Real Technique sculpting brush. Just kind of blending and tapping it in as well. I mean, I feel like the shade looks really nice. It immediately, I mean, you can see kind of has like a nice glowy finish. It's actually a little bit more glowy than I was expecting, but I'm happy with that. I definitely prefer a glowy foundation. Oh man, I feel like that looks so pretty. I feel like it is like giving me like a light medium coverage, but I did go in with a very tiny pump all over my entire face. So I might go in with just a little bit more on those areas that are kind of red just to see. And actually, I feel like that looks so pretty. I really like the finish. I'm gonna go with just a touch more, like literally the tiniest little bit, just kind of on the center of my face right here. I mean, I feel like for not having any concealer on, it looks really good. I'm just hoping that it lasts really nice throughout the day, because so far I'm such a fan, and it's kind of weird because I feel like on first impression I'm not normally that passionate about foundations, but I feel like it just looks like the finish is giving me exactly what I want. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go into the LYS concealer. This is the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. It's supposed to have hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. Like I said, this one's supposed to be full coverage. The only thing that's kind of giving me a little bit of like, I don't know, is under the key ingredients, the very last one says watermelon extract. And it says it's rich in vitamin A, C, and B to help revitalize dull, dehydrated skin. I feel like I've tried things in the past that had watermelon in them and they always make me break out. But this is supposed to be clean beauty, so I'm hoping that it will not do that. I do have the shade LG1, which is the same shade I have in their foundation. I love their triangle packaging. I feel like it's so cute. Okay, let's see the shade. Okay, I mean, it looks like a decent shade. I would say it looks like it's yellow enough that it looks a little bit brightening for under the eyes, but it doesn't look like yellow to where I look sick, because I do have more of a neutral skin tone, so I feel like if something's too yellow, it can look a little bit funny, but I feel like this is a good in between. It doesn't look super, super light, so I feel like it'll be good for some of the spot concealing I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm not being super precise, but just gonna see what we can get out of this. Okay, the wand is kind of funny to get back in. It's like almost too big. Again, I'm just gonna go into the sculpting brush and just blend that right underneath my eyes. Just kind of patting it in. Ooh, that looks pretty good actually. I mean, again, I feel like it's kind of sticking with the finish of the foundation. It also kind of has like that natural dewiness to it. I mean, my under eyes are definitely not brighter than my skin. It's all kind of looking very one tone, but at the same time, they go together so well. Like my skin just looks like this like perfect medium coverage, glowy moment. I really, really like the way it's looking right now. I'm gonna zoom you guys all the way in just so you can see what it's looking like. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're just gonna lightly set everything with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Pressed Face Powder. I have the shade Fair 1, which is the lightest shade. So it just looks like this, pretty cute. Oh, and then let me pull a little piece off. There's what it looks like inside. I'm pretty sure this is gonna work because it looked very, very sheer. Okay, so there's the color. Yeah, I mean, you can't really see it at all. It's just super, super thin. Just grabbing that on a big, big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna lightly set. Oh, I mean, I feel like that mattified pretty instantaneously. See the glow on this side versus that side. I was kind of feeling the glow today, but that's okay. We'll set it. We'll see how it does. Oh, you know what I have too that I can try real quick? The Collidos Apple Glaze Lip Mask. I haven't tried this yet, and I have it right in front of me, so let's go ahead. We can just prep my lips real quick, see what it's about. I mean, the packaging is super cool. Ooh, it smells so good. I don't have a new bronzer to try out, so I'm just gonna go into the Balm Take Home the Bronze Bronzer. Just looks like this. I don't even really want to use a whole ton. I'm just gonna throw just a little bit on my cheekbones. And it's blending in really, really nicely over the base. I'm also gonna do just a tiny bit on my forehead. So before we do anything else, we're gonna go ahead and test out the Coffee Talk palette. I figured we should start off with swatches because I really want to swatch this palette. I just want to see what it's about. So the first shade we have is Crema, which is a satin. Oh, it looks so pretty. I feel like that's one of the shades I'm going to be using all the time. I feel like I could use it as a face highlight. I could use it on the inner corner. Just super, super nice. I love the satin, really light shades like that from Sydney Grace. We've got Frappe, which is just a really light, cool tone brown. We've got Macchiato, which is a mid-tone brown with a little tiny bit more warmth to it. Probably the warmest shade in the entire palette. Next we have Cold Brew, which is a super light, cool-toned kind of gray brown. Love that one. We've got Java. It's a nice neutral brown. We've got Espresso, which is the deepest. Matte brown. Again, pretty neutral. Then lastly, we've got three metallics. We've got Ristretto, which looks like a really pretty, super foiled kind of like bronzy golden shade, but without any yellow to it at all. We've got Latte. This one is a little bit more of like a grungy satin. And then we've got Cup of Joe. This one feels kind of grainy to the touch, actually. I mean, that does not feel like what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be super metallic, and it just has like a little bit of a shine to it, and it feels kind of gritty. I mean, that one looks nice. That's soft. Okay. So I feel like I'm not necessarily loving the shimmer options in the third row, but I really love all that's happening here. So let's see. I guess I should probably go ahead and prime my eyes real quick. I'm just gonna use the Anastasia eye primer. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Frappe. So grabbing just a tiny little bit of that, and I'm just gonna throw that through my crease as my initial transition shade. And I feel like it's blending out pretty nicely. I'm going in with just a tiny little bit and then kind of just adding more as needed. But I'm really just trying to just add a little something through the crease right now. I'm not trying to add a ton of depth or anything. Okay, next I'm gonna go into the shade Cold Brew. Grabbing that on a more dense brush, I'm gonna put it all the way through my crease. I love that color. Lightly buffing that into the previous shade. I feel like it's blending so easy. I'm also gonna go into the shade Espresso and just use that really lightly to add a little bit of depth to the outer V. And I mean, I feel like that just looks so smooth. I think I'm gonna take this shade right here, Latte, on a pencil brush and just kind of run that along my entire lower lash line. Of course, I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Crema and pop that on my inner corner. And I do really like that shade. So I think I'm actually gonna take a bit of Crema as well on my finger and just pop that on the like inner half of the lid just to lighten that up a little bit before we go into the other lid shade. I think I'm also gonna take a bit of Ristretto just because out of all the other metallics, that's the one that spoke to me the most. So just grabbing a little tiny bit and popping that on the outer half of the lid, and then I'm gonna kind of blend it into the white. So here's the thing. I mean, I feel like I can already tell you how I'm feeling about this palette. I really like the look. I like how easy it is. The thing is I like the mattes the most, for sure. I think the mattes are super, super nice in here. I feel like the shimmers just aren't that special. Like, they just don't give me something where it's like, yeah, I want to come back to this palette over and over again. I feel like I could probably pop those out and maybe put something else in this palette, and then it would be an everyday palette for me. Like maybe some of the new like Divina metallics could go on the bottom here or something, because I don't know, it's just, it's not perfect for sure. So I'm also gonna grab a liner from We Makeup that I have in front of me. This is just the Amber Brown pencil. I feel like this will look really pretty in the waterline with this look. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try the Surratt set. This is expensive and it's something I probably would have never ever purchased myself, but I have the curler here and then the mascara as well. I literally never curl my lashes. I feel like I don't need to. Like, my lashes don't really go straight. I mean, I feel like that was comfortable. Now let's go ahead and try this. It's the Releve mascara in Noir. It's very thin. I feel like this would be a good mascara for the lower lashes. Don't hate it. I feel like that looks pretty good. Like, it's building up decently. It doesn't look clumpy at all. I would say it's definitely more of a natural mascara though, but I like the wand, especially for the lower lashes. But that's so silly because this is so expensive. It's like, maybe I'll end up using it for my lower lashes until I finish it up, but could never see myself repurchasing it again just for that. I would love to know if any of y'all have like a mascara that you keep on hand for your lower lashes, or if you just use the same one for your upper and lower every day. Okay, so there is the mascara all done. I mean, I think it looks pretty. Nothing to write home about though. Definitely, from first impression, I'm not thinking that would be worth it to repurchase. I don't have any new blush to try out today, so I'm just gonna grab my Pat McGrath blush in the shade Flirtation. Oh wait, no, it's Flirtatious. Close enough. It's just a very kind of neutral pink blush. And I'll just throw a little tiny bit of that on my cheekbones. Don't want to go with too much because we're about to go in with a intense highlighter. I feel like my skin looks really good. Like, I was not feeling myself this morning because I'm breaking out all over but I just really, really like the foundation concealer combo. Okay, so let's go ahead and try out the Space Age Gifted Highlighter. I haven't even swatched this one yet. I mean, the packaging is super, super cute. So there's what, oh, I'm sorry. So there's what that looks like. Ooh, oh my goodness. It's so multi-chromy. I feel like, honestly, I mean, it goes from like pink to green. For me, that's definitely more of a eyeshadow moment. I think that'd be so stunning on the inner corner. I don't know that I'm gonna love that on the face, but we can try it out. All right, I'm just gonna pick up a tiny little bit with this brush. Just put it right. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, split that. Right on top of the cheekbone. I mean, it does look cool. It looks like a rainbow on my face. And it looks actually surprisingly wearable versus the swatch. Like, it is pink to green, but I think it just looks cool and it's not like leaving a cast at all on my skin. I don't know that I want to put that on my nose, but it does look cool on the cheeks. Not mad at it. Actually, I'm gonna grab the Coffee Talk palette and a little tiny bit of crema just to highlight my nose. Just coming back to the lip balm that I did from Collidos. I feel like it feels so good. It looks super juicy. I'm kind of sad to take it off, but we have a lipstick to try. So I grabbed some new Lisa Eldridge lipsticks and I meant to do a video on them, but I kind of just kept pushing it back and pushing it back, and I'm sure I will do a full one, but I just haven't even tried them yet, which is so ridiculous. This one is Velvet Intrigue. I picked it out to try today just because I feel like it's a little bit more of a neutral shade. It should look good. It's almost actually a little bit peachy. I feel like to me that's like a super wearable peach. I don't know that I am like loving it with this look. In fact, I think I liked the lip balm a little bit better for that like just super like light, juicy kind of lip with everything else that was going on. I mean, the texture is beautiful. I do like the color. I just don't know that I like it with this. I think I'm gonna take it off. Talk about being indecisive. I'm just gonna go back into the apple mask again because it just feels so nice. And I think it looks so pretty. I love it. In fact, I'm literally about to go throw this in my purse. It's so comfy. Alright y'all, so this is the finished look. Overall, really happy with how it turned out. I would say my favorite products today would definitely be the lip mask, which was unexpected. I just randomly threw that in. I think the foundation and concealer combo is so, so pretty. I just really, really like how that turned out. I'm excited to try them more and to try them not always together. You know, I'm excited to try this with the Kosas concealer, although I really want to buy their concealer in a lighter shade because they did have more shades come out. And then I also really want to try this with the LYS foundation, so I have to play with those a lot more, but I would say just first impression, super, super pretty, especially the Kosas foundation. I feel like the finish is just beautiful, and I didn't even have anything super hydrating on underneath, so ooh, I feel like this mixed with one of the Aura Glow Lusts would be actually perfection, so I'm really excited about that. I feel a little bit disappointed by the eyeshadow palette because I don't like the metallic shades on the bottom row. I just expected a little bit more from them with my experiences of other Cindy Grace eyeshadows, but I do like part of the palette. Like I said, the mattes are super nice. They blended so easy. I really like the inner corner shade, so I still see myself using it, but I don't know if I'm going to try and customize it a little bit to be better for me. And then the Collidos highlighter is pretty, but I really want to try that as eyeshadow. So yeah, I mean, I would say overall it was a decent first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.